Maybe one's luckier than the other.
Or it's just the cart they own.
Could be.
And it looks like we're off. So good luck to Mazzy, good luck to Monkey, and let's hope we have a good match of 3.
Looks like they are both going to Cutman first. That's good to see. The old route, I'm sure a lot of people out there know, went to Gutsman first. If you're new to Mega Man 1, and this is the first race of the tournament, so I guess we should talk about it a little bit. There's a zip you're going to see in the second stage that if you went to Gutsman first, you wouldn't have to do. It's faster to, go to Gutsman later with a magnet beam, so here we go. Cutman, though, a stage that it doesn't really benefit as much from the magnet beam, so go to Cutman first.
Yeah, I think there's just one zip that is TAS only that uses that you could do on Cut, but yeah, nothing that humans would do. Maybe Cool Kid, but not humans.
Neither of them going for the corner jump. That's all right. That's like one of those tricks that's like either you get it and you save a second, or you miss it and you start losing all sorts of time.
Yeah, we'll see one coming up in Elect Man that you can even lose a lot more time.
So you're seeing T1redMonkey do it, and you're about to see Mazzy do the same thing. The select button in Mega Man 1 is a very interesting button in that it pauses the game but doesn't bring up the menu. It also cancels out Mega Man's knockback, and when Mega Man's in that beaming animation, he has just a slight bit of invincibility that you saw them both kind of use there for safety jumping up. I don't know about T1redMonkey's health right now. You are about to see the screen wrap jump. Cove, I don't know if you want to talk about that for a second.
Yeah, so going to the screen wrap jump, if you can actually jump off the top of the screen, and if you hold up and there's a ladder at the bottom, you'll grab that. And so they can skip most of that screen through that.
Yep, and that will come into play a little more later on still. T1redMonkey grabbed that big health earlier. Good thing he did, because the big eye robot really hurts when you run into it. I think it actually did the large life refill worth of damage to him. Mazzy go ahead, but Mazzy's in the Cutman fight now. He's got a little trouble, but it looks like he's got it under control.
Yep. Yeah, Cutman's fight is pretty it's very consistent. It's just a little tricky to learn.
Yep. Optimally, you have enough health to be hit by that last rolling cutter, just to make sure you're hitting Cutman as fast as you can. Mazzy had that jump earlier in the fight, so he couldn't do it either. T1redMonkey, we're talking about saving less than a second, really, I think. So,
yeah,
no
it's
sense
barely
risking a death. Thank you, Victress, for the info. They do actually do the same amount. So this is Elecman stage, the vertical stage in this game. Lots of ladders, everybody. I hope you like climbing. So I guess we should talk about the zip we're going to see in a little bit here.
Yeah, first we should talk about this corner jump Mazzy's about to do. This is the one we were talking about in Cutman. If you miss this, it's about 15 seconds of time loss, but he got it after a couple tries. That's good. And T1redMonkey seems to be taking the safe route, which is not a bad idea in races.
Yeah. There's a lot of time just lost from scrolling around, waiting for the Yoku blocks to come back, those disappearing, reappearing blocks.
Yep, so yeah, as Cab was talking about, Mazzy's coming really close to the magnet beam grab. And so this is a very, very precise trick or glitch or zip, where you need to press down and B on the same frame for only one frame. And then you will see him get into the wall, and you have to jump. And then once he's up to that top right to the right of the beam, you need to hold right for at least 1/6 of a second, 10 frames, and then the very next frame has to be a left input. And if you do that, you can actually get the beam. And as both of them did very well, they did not soft lock the game, which is known as NDJL, as a lot of the chat is going on, as Andy unfortunately was stuck in there during AGDQ.
It happens. Once you're in there, you're stuck in there, unless you happen to have Gutsman's weapon anyway. But it looks like they're both safe for now, both moving up on the stage. And now they both are armed with that magnet beam. As you can already see, they're using it to kind of create some platforms that Mega Man can walk along. Useful for making a lot of these platforming sections easier, less dangerous, you name it. But let's see, starting in next stage, I know I saw Mazzy practicing it earlier, saw his stream for practice. We'll see some zips later on, although this corridor climb's pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's actually one of the tougher mechanical maneuvers in the game, and it can save a lot of time if you do it right, but it's very technical.
Nice climb from Mazzy. T1redMonkey already got the first screen as well.
Yeah, it looks like they were doing a 4-beam version where there's a slightly quicker 3-beam version, but still very, very quick.
Both of them leveraging this electric against Elecman here. So this electric, besides canceling Mega Man's knockback, fun fact, Robot Master's iframes continue to run out during a select pause. So you can use that to your advantage in boss fights, just make their iframes run out while the weapon's basically still inside them, destroying them. You do have to unpause the game for a moment, just long enough for them to get hit by it. There's a rhythm to it. If you play the game enough, you get it. And I know a lot of people learned about that from the Yellow Devil fight as growing up. So good Elecman kills onto Iceman stage, where they're trying to stay out of the water here.
Yeah, water slows your speed by, I believe, 25%, so it's good to keep running on the magnet beams above it. And Mazzy is setting up for actually the ice zip. Do you want to talk about that, Mr. Cab?
I can go for this a little bit. I know what they're basically trying to do. There's a pixel perfect position along the top of the screen. The way you usually set up for it is you want to get a beam lined up so it's basically exactly underlining your score. And if you stand on that beam and you fire another beam while standing on that one, your beam is at the exact right height that if you get on top of the screen, you're basically kind of against the ceiling. And from there, you just look left and the game just zips you to the right. You saw another trick there where Mazzy also did a screen wrap off the top of the screen. That one, I know how to execute it. Don't ask me how it actually works. But if you hold A, you can basically buffer a jump through that screen transition. You can fire a beam the same way at like the exact right height you need to do it again. And while obviously doing that is a lot faster than trying to traverse those Yoku block screens, even if there weren't Yoku blocks in the way.
Yep, definitely. And one interesting part about Mega Man is that they've reused a lot of the scenes and a lot of the textures in like the exact same heights and stuff. And so a lot of the zips in the game have that same exact ice timing for that pixel. And so you might hear if we mention the ice pixel or something like that later, it's probably because it's the exact same timing on a different zip that they were going for. Does look like they both got past Iceman without any problem. Iceman's one of the easier bosses, just takes 3 attacks from the Elec beam.
Yep, another easy select trick. Those ice slashers actually do a lot of damage if you let Iceman get going. T1redMonkey having a little bit of an easier time getting that zip on the first screen, so he might be able to pick up a little bit of time there. Not worried about the weapon energy, because as you can see, Mazzy's about to go towards, there's 2 large jugs right here. So full magnet beam all over again.
Yeah, so far both runners have been doing really well. They're really, really close.
Mazzy doing what is probably the easiest zip in this game. T1redMonkey's about to do it too. A weird mechanic of the beam is that you have like full falling speed when you walk off of it. Actually, let's go to the long fire zip here that they're about to set up for. Mazzy's looking for the pixel on the ladder. There's actually a setup on that ladder. You can tell if you have it. You have to shoot that first beam to the right again, underlining your score, and then fire that other one. And you can grab the ladder on the screen above you because of the ladder at the bottom. And you climb into this sort of weird area where you need that beam out there to zip along the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, there's no ground there. Mega Man will just fall in the gap. They both nailed it, which is really good. I hate that zip. It's hard.
Yep, and that is the zip where if you do not jump off the screen at the right time, you can die. Like there are positions that you jump off where you will die no matter what you do on the next screen. So great job for both of them getting that. And now they're both going to quickly make easy work of Fireman with the select glitch.
Good job, both runners. So they are keeping it close right now. This is good. They're basically separated. If you go all the way back to Cutman stage, T1redMonkey just took a little too much damage in there. That's really the only thing separating them.
Yeah, it is.
And still plenty of video game left. So this screen, with these like sort of cluster bombs, I don't know what else to call them. If you jump into that one, your earliest ones there, you hit select to kind of cancel the knockback. You get your iframes fast enough. You can usually get past the following bomb without taking any damage. It's an easy way to do that.
Yeah, it is a little tight timing though.
It is. It's you have to actually like be pretty precise about it.
And you see both Mazzy and T1redMonkey freezing this Sniper Joe. If you do not, he will follow you all the way to the end of the screen, essentially, until he reaches this ladder up here that he cannot get up.
He's persistent. Time for another zip. Mazzy trying to get the setup there, having to escape the bullet bill. Now they're even. Well, the T1redMonkey's just having trouble finding the pixel. Mega Man's toe ends in a single black pixel. You want that as the pixel touching the black pixel on the ladder. That's your setup. So Mazzy kind of getting the lead back there, but it's still not very big at all.
Yeah, it's still really close. Yeah, there is a danger where you can get a sub-pixel when you put out a beam where there's a little gap, so you can't quite just walk right onto it. And in the bomb zip especially, you will fall directly into those spikes, which you will not have a good time if you do that.
Yep. That one, the fire zip, is like, ugh, terrible. And the setup for the bomb zip, oh my goodness. So I want to see what their setups are here for the Gutsman, beginning of the stage. Gutsman used to be first in the route before they figured out all the magnet beam shenanigans you can do. So Mazzy there shoots that beam to the left first to get it to extend and then turns right. If you shot it right, it would go right into the wall and it would stop. Doing that, he gets that beam out there. He can get the beams lower than if he fired them from the end of the platform, which allows them to have enough magnet beam to walk across that entire moving platform gap. Don't have to worry about it at all. Is Mazzy? No, he's a little too hot. He's off for the pixel to get a zip here.
Yeah, and this magnet beam right here is the main reason why Cut First is faster. The boss fight for Guts is obviously faster with Bomb Man's weapon, and the fight for Cut would be faster with Gutsman weapon, but they're pretty similar. It's mainly that the magnet beam usage in Guts.
Yeah, it just gets you past it. The other reason I like to always remind people, nobody wants to fight Command with the Buster. He takes like 1 damage compared to every other Robot Master in this game. I think takes more than 1 from the Buster. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Mazzy gets the kill. You don't want to be on the ground when Gutsman hits the ground. You'll will get stunned there. And Hyper Bomb. People, when they talk about Power Stone and Mega Man 5, talk about how it's like one of the worst weapons out there. They always forget Hyper Bomb exists.
Yeah, it is pretty difficult because it has such a long lead time on the explosion.
You just have to hope Gutsman cooperates. Try and use that select trick so you don't need to hit him a second time, but oh. So with that, we have the first set of eyebrows in the Mega Man series, and we're off to Wily's Fortress.
And we see Mazzy switching to Ice Beam here. These one eyes, as we saw earlier, take off like more than 1/3 of your health, and so if you actually get hit by them, they can take you out if you get hit by all 3.
Yep. You have to dodge or otherwise not get hit by at least one of them. Mazzy went for a zip setup, didn't quite get it. He's trying to make these corner jumps here around the flames. Your other option is to use ice, but who wants to switch weapons again?
Yep, exactly. Considering you want elect back here again, anyway.
It probably pays off for Tired Monkey there. Even with the extra weapon switch, I think he's going to save time on Mazzy attempting that corner jump 4 or 5 times.
Yep, he did. And those corner jumps they're not pixel perfect, but you do not have a lot of wiggle room there. So they are really tough.
So Mazzy gets the ladder wrap that Tired Monkey's about to get through those Iceman floating platforms are probably the worst things in the game. Mazzy having a little trouble in this room. That room Mazzy's in and Tired Monkey's about to go to is actually the only room in the game you must have Magnet Beam. So they're getting through there.
And now we come to everyone's favorite fight as a kid, the Yellow Devil.
All the more fun without the slide. Play this game in any version where the select glitch doesn't work, and you'll be crying by the end of this fight. But it looks like Mazzy's going to get him with the tail end of the Elec beam there. Woo!
Yeah, it's a little iffy because there are 4 different positions the eye can spawn, and you see Tired Monkey is actually doing a vertical setup, which will hit any of the eye positions. So that one I think is safer, or at least more consistent with where you have to shoot.
It's definitely more consistent. You will get that vertical one. It's a little smaller, so you have to be a little faster to hit select. And obviously you're closer to it, so it's a little bit of a worry there. Mazzy, no!
Mazzy just wanted to make this an even game. That's all he was looking to do here.
I guess so. They are almost even. These, I don't even know what these enemies are. But those guys, that lower one is really annoying in this section. They always spawn like in the exact worst spot to hit you just as you're trying to jump over those pits. Bladers.
Yeah, I think the technical name is the green helicopter dudes with teeth.
I'll go with that. I think those are the last any color helicopter dudes with teeth in the game, though. So as long as they don't have to go back. The checkpoint's actually really far in this level.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge pain if you die in this level.
Oh no, Tired Monkey, why? He actually was ahead there. Got past him during the Elec fight.
He was, and you can see just what we jinxed him for is he is starting back over at the beginning of the level. Like he did not reach a checkpoint.
Yeah, the checkpoint, I want to say it's this screen that Mazzy's on right now. Or may have just left. It's the beginning of this vertical descent. You even get to fight the Robot Masters all over again. It's Mazzy about to fight the Mega Man clone here. Fire is the weapon of choice. You can kind of manipulate him so that he always misses you. You can just keep hitting him. Fire is just a good choice for doing that.
So even though Mazzy is ahead, though, there are still definitely places to lose a lot of time. There's zips in Wily 3 and 4, which save an immense amount of time. So if Mazzy doesn't get any of those, Tired Monkey could be right back in this.
Yeah, I think... I mean, it's going to be tight. The refight skip and Wily 4, which we'll see later, is the one you really want to make sure you hit. The other two would be very useful for maintaining his lead, but I don't think they're necessary at this point.
Probably not, yeah. But the refight skip is very, very important.
Yeah, Tired Monkey is through now, so he's one Mega Man clone fight behind. You want to talk about the setup that Mazzy's going for here?
I actually do the third room setup, so this one is more foreign to me. I see people do it, but I don't know why it works that way.
I'm not entirely certain of the whole setup. Oh, looks like he got it there. So I know there's a setup where you fire a magnet beam while it's standing on the ground on the first screen, and it works later on the third screen. I think it's, yeah, on the third screen as well. You full jump onto the beam, full jump specifically, full jump off the beam, and make sure you're kind of close enough to the wall. And on the next screen, just fire a beam, kind of buffer it as you're transitioning, and it goes in the exact right spot to zip, and you can do all those transitions. Mazzy's getting some dupes here, so we should mention that as well. The blocks in this fight, if you hit B again, the moment they leave the screen, you can duplicate a block and just pick it right back up again.
Yeah, it's on the frame that the last part of the guts, I guess, rock or whatever, leaves the screen. And so Mazzy got 2 of the dupes. You need 3 to not have to switch to Buster there. And unfortunately, it looks like T1redMonkey did not get the Wily 3 zip, so he's going to have to do the walk.
T1redMonkey went for the setup on the third screen and just got too close to the wall, so none of the magnet beam was sticking out for him to stand on. Everything else was right about it. He took a couple more shots to try and set it up without it, but it didn't work out. So Mazzy is going to go for the zip here. Not getting it quite yet. This is, you know, the usual pixel perfect shenanigans.
But Mazzy here does he only have 1 beam here?
He has 1 beam, so he's got to be a little careful. Yeah, he's got to wait for this platform now. You need 2 beams to be able to just walk across. Oh, just made it.
Yeah, that is a very underrated jump. It is incredibly tough to make those jumps.
And, yeah, the checkpoint is the Bomb Man fight itself. So you're seeing an interesting thing here. And this is also partially how the Wily 3 zip works out. If Mega Man has a weapon on the screen and you hit start as you're getting hit, Mega Man just kind of gets knocked up in the air again. So your objective in that room, usually it's Magnet Beam. Bomb is the backup, though. Get it on the screen, start mashing start, and watch Mega Man just sort of hover into the air into zip position. And for whatever reason, if a bomb from Bomb Man is exploding when you're kind of against the ceiling, the game gets really confused, and that's where you get the zip. It is a death warp, but it takes you to the final checkpoint in the game right before a Wily.
Yep, exactly. And I just do want to point out, T1redMonkey did, I think, get 4 zips there, or 4 dupes there on the Wily 3 fight, so that was really good.
Yeah, that was impressive. There was a block still on the screen when he was done.
And Mazzy looks like he is finishing up with a 22-28.
GG for Mazzy, surviving the Wily machine fight there. T1redMonkey here is going for the magnet setup, and there you have it.
I didn't catch if he game overed or not, because okay, he did have a life left. I was worried that he might game over in there.
I think he only had the 1 death.
Yeah, I think so too. It just happened at the end, or towards the end of Wily 2 instead of the very beginning, so he had to replay a lot more.
Yeah. So Wily 2 is a brutal stage in this game. Even if, no matter which set of strats you're going for, it's just not a fun level. Way too easy for things to go wrong there. Unfortunately, in game 1 for T1redMonkey, that happened. But fortunately, this is a best of 3, so he gets a chance to run this back.
Yeah, and outside of that one death on Wily 2, like, I think not getting the zip in Wily 3 is really the only thing Monkey didn't do well. Like, he had a really good run outside just those couple things.
Yep. So let me see. The 22-31. Both their PBs, I think we noticed earlier, were mid-21s, so both of them kind of missing a couple of things, but both still playing really well. Mazzy, I'm trying to think. They both hit a lot of what they were going for.
Yeah.
Mazzy just ran out of beams in a few spots. That cost him a lot of time near the end.
Yep, in this game, I think in this tourney, you're going to see a lot of runs that aren't anywhere near PBs because most of the tricks in this game are pixel perfect. And so if you're not dead on for a full run, you're going to be losing a lot of time.
Very true. Always hard to go for everything in a race. Now, T1redMonkey, honestly, that you could almost attribute the entire minute he's behind to Wily 2 all by itself.
Yep, you definitely can.
A little bit of trouble with the zip in Wily 3, but he still also crushed that fight there. Mazzy not getting all the dupes. T1redMonkey getting too many dupes almost. no such thing as too many dupes, but if yeah. So we're going to give both racers here a chance to get a breather. Mazzy going to try and put this away. T1redMonkey going to try and come back and force a third game.
Yeah, I'm hoping this one goes to 3 because this was exciting and fun. So yeah, just while we're waiting, just some logistics for the tournament. So we have 8 groups of 4 players that are going to be playing a round robin group format throughout December. So they just need to finish their 3 matches before the end of December. And then come January, I believe, I don't think we're waiting till after AGDQ, but I think we're taking a break for AGDQ. We'll be doing a single elimination for the top 16, or the top 2 from each group will move on to the elimination round.
Yep. The usual group play. We have, I think you said it right. We have 8 groups here. Are we all filled up? Nice. We have exactly 32 entrants. This is a Group A match. T1redMonkey and Mazzy are both actually looking to win this. Other 2 members of the bracket, we have Cool Kid and Lori the Beaver. So with Cool Kid in your bracket, you want to get wins wherever you can. Cool Kid, the record holder with the 18-19.
Yeah, exactly. It's you wanna try to finish 2-1 in this group if you're not Cool Kid.
Which isn't to say things don't happen, but
yeah, I mean it is a tournament. It looks like these guys don't need a break. They want to go again, so we're going to start right back up.
Nice. The suspense. One other little thing we didn't really talk about that much. You do have a score in this game. I don't know the exact number of frames you lose for a higher score for killing a robot master. T1redMonkey though, getting the higher number there. So, frames.
Yeah, I think you can get anywhere from 50 to 100,000 points per level.
That is correct.
And then I think it's 200. It's always 200,000 for Wily.
Yeah, Wily. There's no RNG involved, so. Mazzy off to the early slight lead here. There it goes. Cutman stage really is just a lot of knowing how to dance through the shots from these cannons and hoping you get good luck from the Susie, the like little 4-sided plunger enemies later on in the stage.
I like that 4-sided plunger. That's a good, like, I knew exactly what you meant if I wouldn't have known what a Susie was.
Yeah. It's like weird enemies that just keep appearing throughout the rest of the Mega Man series. So far, so good. Neither player taking a ton of damage, which, like we saw with T1redMonkey in the first race, he had to go get that large health drop for safety, for race safety. You don't want to have to do that, obviously, because it's really out of the way. But they're both getting through this stage pretty fast. That's good. That's what we want to see. Getting the free ladder wrap here. So I think they're both going to have enough health to execute the optimal cut fight here.
Yeah, even if they get hit, even if they did get hit by the One Eyes, they would have had enough.
So just going through the corridor here onto the Cutman fight. Tired Monkey taking a couple of extra hits. He also picked up an extra drop here and there. The drops in Mega Man 1 are actually the worst drops because they will like completely stop you even if you're full. Mazzy not able to keep Cutman locked down here.
That looks like he rebounded pretty well though.
Cutman, fortunately, not the worst in the world. Tired Monkey actually walked forward a little too close at the end and triggered Cutman to jump, so that lost a little bit of time, but still actually making up a lot of time in that Cutman fight. Good job.
Yep, so on to Elec, where runs are lost, or won. It's interesting, because I think Elec is probably the level that people reset on the most when they're trying for PBs.
And it's all called the magnet zip. Granted, there's a lot of stuff in the stage that causes trouble.
Yeah, from the corner jump to the climb at the end to trying to get all of the little minute movement saves by using the magnet beam as you're climbing. It's just it's a really tough level, and they are actually completely tied.
Mazzy had a little bit of trouble on that third screen. Although it looks like Tired Monkey, I guess, was taking too many shots at these floating enemies, getting up that next screen. So either way, they're neck and neck right now. And we can see how much time gets saved to see if this corner jump pays off for Mazzy again. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so I think like that should almost just be a clip. That should just be like whenever anyone asks what if you should go left or right, if you can go left, that shows exactly how much time you save.
Yep. Looks like it's about 3 seconds, so there you go. That's actually more than I thought it would be. Tired Monkey only using that first Yoku block to jump over there. Either way, they're getting ready for the zip again. So like Cove said earlier, down in B for exactly 1 frame. Although this screen is giving Mazzy some trouble. Tired Monkey gets up here first.
Okay, good. Tired Monkey's through. He's got the beam.
As he's working on doing this, I think he's trying to do the 10 frame left right like you were saying earlier. There's a Tired Monkey. I think we saw hold right for an extended period of time before trying to tap left.
Yeah, I know. I'm definitely a holder. I think I can't time it that well if I try to do it quick. It's a lot tougher.
I am also a holder, not a tapper. I'm not sure what that means, but we're going with it.
So good. I mean, Mazzy took a lot longer than he probably wanted to there, but the good news is he did not soft lock, so the match is still going.
Yep. Tired Monkey is up to the Elecman corridor. Does take a lot of damage there. It is notable that Elecman does a ton of damage with the beam in the fight itself. I don't think Tired Monkey can survive a hit from that right now, so it doesn't really matter how many hits he takes on the climb here, so long as he actually survives it.
He did have 9 health, though, going in, if I was counting right. And so that does mean he could take 1 more hit from these beams. Because they do 4 damage apiece.
If they do 4, then yeah. I wasn't sure if it was 9 or 10 going in there. Either way, he plays it safe for the final climb. Can't blame him. Can't blame him for using Select against Elecman either, just to be sure. Mazzy waiting for that second hit to use Select. Still gets it. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yep, so they should be still within about 10 seconds, even with the trouble that Mazzy had with Magnet Beam.
Tired Monkey beaming in, I believe that was 6:04. See how far behind it is for Mazzy. Not about 12 seconds actually separating the two right now.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and that's definitely definitely something that can be easily made up.
So we'll see if Tired Monkey doesn't get any sort of zip, doesn't even completely make it across the water, although that's the next best result. Mazzy, I thought Mazzy had been practicing going for that zip earlier. So there is a visual cue of the cloud here. He's trying desperately to get this.
I think Mazzy is 1 pixel low on both of those first 2.
There we go. He really wants it, especially after using so much beam, just because you don't want to go through those Yoku block sections without the beam. It's not that it's particularly difficult for an experienced player to get through them. It's just you don't want to do it. It's slow.
Yep. And you were talking about that first zip. I mean, even if Mazzy was practicing it, like it's still really, really tough to get.
Yeah. The next reset point in this game. So T1redMonkey's going to get to Iceman. I think he's extending his lead a little bit here. He has one Iceman corridor ahead. Mazzy using... we talk about select as canceling knockback. Start actually does it as well, so if you have to menu to something else for some reason, that's certainly a good time to do it as well.
Definitely.
So he was waiting for the damage to switch to Elec Beam. Iceman, easy fight as always. I think it's about 13 seconds separating them.
Well, we'll see if people can get all of these fire zips again. This mini one is usually pretty easy, but the rest of them can be pretty tough.
T1redMonkey getting that first one. Even if you you can use a ladder setup for that zip. If you go all the way across, it still saves about 7 seconds to do it that way, or at least it does for me. Of course, if you get that timing there, it's probably a lot more than 7. These pixel perfect zips are not at all easy to set up, so kudos to both runners for crushing all of them. This zip here, I didn't get to finish talking about it last time. T1redMonkey just kind of walking off the magnet beam. When you're standing on the magnet beam, the game still kind of adds on to Mega Man's falling velocity as if he was still falling until you jump off of it. That's why you see players walk off of it really fast. So if this pit, for whatever reason, is not actually a pit, if you walk off the beam, you end up zipping on the screen below it. There's another setup where you jump off of a standing beam and bonk on the ceiling to gain more falling speed. Easy zip.
Yeah, I keep imagining they tested it and they were like, yeah, we can run and jump off this. We don't zip through. We're good. And then probably the first week the game was out, somebody did that.
I would have thought that should have been an actual pit, but oh well.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Either way, both of them getting the long fire zip again.
Yeah, that's really good to see. And I don't know about you, but I find Fireman to be one of the toughest ones to actually do the select glitch for.
Fireman is not the easiest one to do the select glitch on. He's walking towards you. That Ice Slasher doesn't have the biggest of hitboxes. Fireman's just an annoying boss in general, because once he starts firing at you, that jumping over those firewalls there and not landing on things, it's not an easy fight without the select glitch. Which I think is actually kind of funny, because the Game Boy version of the Fireman fight is actually really easy. But that's another game.
Yeah, so we're on to Bomb Man. Hopefully you guys can get through this pretty good. Really, the zip is about the only really tough part, but there's definitely places you can make mistakes here.
T1redMonkey not really having a lot of trouble getting through there. Mazzy's getting hit, I feel like, by... Did he get hit by all 4 of those bombs? Either way, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of a problem, just a little bit of time.
Yeah, because you get those health refills there just to fill up anyway.
Yeah, health not really a concern in Bomb Man stage.
So T1redMonkey setting up for the zip here.
Good setup. What they want to do with the setup once they're on the next screen, you need to fire a beam to the left so that Mega Man is looking left, which means you do need one more beam, because if you just pause, Mega Man will come out of it, and then the game will suddenly realize, oh, you're in spikes, and that's the end of that run. When you push select, you get that little bit of iframe, and that's what zips you past where the spikes are.
And this may not be as widely known, but you actually don't need another beam. You can just press left and press B with no beam, and he'll still face left.
Ooh. Good to know.
Looks like Tired Monkey might be getting a little bit bigger lead here.
See, it was 13 seconds, I think, going into Iceman stage. There's those bladers again. Yeah, just again, if you stand on that top platform, you'll basically get the beams off the top of the screen. You won't be able to stand on them anymore, and you won't have enough room to kind of reach the end. So you have to do that and kind of turnaround setup. You can do another setup where you actually ride the first platform. It's just slower to get out there. So I don't think either runner went for corridor zips. Actually, no, I think they did the first time through here. Just like with the refight skip in Wily 4, you can get a magnet beam the exact right height below the ceiling of this corridor. Get a little bit of a zip.
Good kill by Tired Monkey. Did not get the butt grab, but... And you may see chat talking about the butt grab. And that is mainly when, if you kill Gutsman while you're in the middle of the air, kind of centered on the screen, the orb will actually fall down to you, and you will be in that kind of sitting down animation when you grab the orb.
Yeah, and I think whenever you push select, it also kind of assumes Mega Man's on the ground afterwards for just a little bit, long enough to get into that floor shaking animation. So no grabs, just Robot Masters.
Wily won here. I'd like to see Mazzy get this first zip. It's one of my favorite zips to see in the game.
If either of them get the Wily 1 zip, that will make up a lot of time. Although at this point, it looks like Tired Monkey's far enough along. He doesn't have to worry about it. So Tired Monkey is through here. Mazzy's going for... Ooh.
He got it.
Nice. Do you have to hold up at the end of that to grab the ladder, or bad things happen?
No, there are bad things that can happen. On that one, you actually, once you get on that top magnet beam, you need to wait for about a half a second before pressing left. If you don't, when you get to that initial wall, not all the way to the ladder, but once you hit the wall, you will die.
Weird.
No idea why that's the case, but...
Last race, I think it was Tired Monkey that grabbed the 2 refills down there. This race, it's Mazzy. The tables have turned.
Well, and if you think about it, Mazzy was in a lot of trouble with magnet beams later, so he might just be trying to be a little more safe this time.
Yeah, he also used a few beams there to actually get the zip. Still worth it to get the zip and then get those refills.
Yeah,
Tired
definitely.
Monkey's actually inside the Yellow Devil's hitbox to make sure he gets this. This is like an Easy Devil Mega Man 3 setup.
Yeah, he had no problem with him. We'll see if Mazzy can do the same.
One day, Dr. Wily will build a devil that does not go down in one cycle. One day we'll find out how to do that in Mega Man 8 as well, but oh well. All right, Tired Monkey into Wily 2. This stage was the bad stage for him last time. Oh no.
My gosh, Cabby, you had to. Why?
I mean, Mazzy did it last time too, so we're right back where we were. They're both trying to hit select at the right moment here to not get knocked all the way back over into the pit. The problem is that Mega Man 2, you pause and beam back in, and Mega Man's falling speed gets reset. Mega Man 1, it's basically maximized. It's like not as high as if you were on top of a beam and it goes away, but it's fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my, come on. The Tired Monkey is back in the lead there. I think that's mostly because Mazzy went to get some magnet beam refills again. So Tired Monkey has a little bit of time to work with, but not much.
Yeah, this definitely got a lot more exciting.
Just mashing select to try and get past Elec Man. Oh my goodness, he's jumping under these bombs. And he switches to fire there.
And there are some really tough skips to skip the cut and elect fights there, but there's a couple reasons people usually don't go for them. Is that one, they are really tough. There's a lot of frame perfect inputs you have to do, but secondly, you can also soft lock the game, and it has nothing to do with if you did it correct or not. It's just RNG whether it'll soft lock or not, whether you get the sub pixel to not let you continue the screen wrap.
Wily 2 is the killer of runs. Tired Monkey gets a slight lead back after he respawned after Mazzy came into the stage. So 4 Mega Mans on your screen. So this is pretty much the timing you're seeing here. You want to kind of jump at or maybe a little bit away from the Mega Man while firing at that sort of mid-height. And the Mega Man clone just doesn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, if you don't know that trick, though, it can be a really tough fight.
Like, and you are seeing some of these final stage bosses where they're kind of doing a technique like that. Really, pretty much any boss in this game that you fight with a weapon that doesn't disappear as soon as it hits, you can use the select glitch on. It's just not always the fastest option. Tired Monkey has a good setup, I think. That's the third screen setup, so he gets the long part of the zip, which is the good part. Mazzy's getting it from screen 1, so he has to kind of fall onto screen 3 from a specific height, which I think he has here, to get that beam at the same height again. Maybe it's a little high. He doesn't like it. Mazzy might have to take a walk.
Oh, he gets it. And he has 1 beam left for getting up for the refill on Wily 4. So that was clutch with Mazzy. Nice.
Meanwhile, though, Tired Monkey is getting into this fight. He killed the first 1 or 2 of the bubbles here with the Buster. Certainly the later bubbles that come out of the wall here are the ones that are kind of harder to kill with the Buster. So if you are not confident in your dupes, that's the way to go. Use the Buster on the slow-moving early ones that you can take out fast, and then wait until the end to use the blocks. Because right here, Mazzy's not going to be able to take this out in sort of one loop around the room.
Definitely really good dupes by Monkey, though.
Yep. So let's see what Tired Monkey does here. I'll admit I was kind of paying more attention to Mazzy last time while he was doing the Wily fight. He's going for this setup.
There he goes.
Gets it just before Mazzy reaches the same screen. And he has plenty of beam for the zip. Gets the mini ladder zip. Nice. Mazzy is actually going to go back and try it again. The refills that are kind of out in the open in Mega Man 1 respawn as long as once you put them back onto the screen.
I actually like that play that he went and retried it. It shows he's confident about it.
Yep, so chat's already calling for Game 3. It certainly looks like it, but it's not impossible to take too much damage against this Wily machine if you're careless.
No, I was just going to not say that, considering we've jinxed them twice already.
Yeah, I know. But I think Tired Monkey is going to be okay. RaceBot reporting a 21:36, perhaps more importantly, a 1 and 52-second race PB for Tired Monkey. He was just warming up last time.
So, and a 21:36 is actually 1 second from his PB. His PB is a 21:35.
I
So
missed that.
he meant business this game or this round.
You know, RaceBot is sort of well known at this point to maybe be 2 or 3 seconds behind sometimes. Did he actually PB there?
I did not see him stop his splits, so I'm not sure when Wily actually died.
Yeah, he's commentating in race chat too that he thinks it might be a real PB. GG to Mazzy coming in with the 22:10, by the way. He's right there.
Yeah, they both did a lot better than last game. Like Mazzy, I think PB'd by about 20 seconds there. Or not a PB, here. But a race PB.
He did 21 seconds better than the last race. This is the RaceBot versus Splits dilemma. 22:12 according to RaceBot, which, like you just said, 19-second race PB from the 22:31 he just got. So great race from both runners there. Scroll through the leaderboard here again for a moment.
Yeah, we're just seeing if the racers want a little break, because that was a pretty quick and hectic match there.
Yeah, it's a 20-minute game, but you know it's fast and furious.
Nah, these guys are crazy. They're ready for more. So let's give it to them.
All right, so just get those drinks fast, everybody. Those credits aren't going to roll for long. Round 3. Any predictions here?
I'm going to go ahead and predict a tie.
Going for the tie.
Mainly just I want to see more Mega Man.
Are we going to go to round 4? I feel like the deciding factor so far has been the zips. I'm not sure if T1redMonkey has been holding back. But I don't want to say the race is in Mazzy's hands.
Yeah, no, I think if you look at it, Tired has just been playing a little more safe, hasn't been going for quite as many zips, but he's been very solid in his play, where Mazzy is going for a little more of the zips, and so it's really up to him. If he can hit all of them, he should win. But if he has more troubles, then Tired will have a chance.
It's true. And Tired also, if that was like an actual PB, that means his PB has a death in it now. And even though he's not going for anything, he's still up there. Mazzy's potential may well be higher. That's true, but this is going to be close.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, by saying that Mazzy has an edge, it's probably only by about 15 seconds or so total from all the 2 or 3 zips that he's going for that Tired isn't.
All right, so into Cutman stage. Again, just dancing through these turret shots.